Hello everyone and welcome back to Saiyan Squabbles. I am yours truly, Papa Ping Pong, here to bring you another video. And today we are going to be going over every single leader, all 160-ish leaders from set 1 all the way to set 10. We are going to rank them based on what I think they are going to be placed as going into set 10. So I have already recorded this video about 5 times, and 4 of the times I wasn't satisfied with it, and the 5th time I finally was, but then the ban list hit, so that's gonna switch up a few of the deck placements now. So we're gonna get into it. Also, I do have a giveaway going on. If you guys have not checked that out already, please do. We are giving away a Unison Warrior booster box and one of each of the starter decks. Make sure you check that out. Winner will be announced the 24th of this month. So, and just make sure you don't miss that. So, another thing. I am filming this the day it comes out. Yeah, I'll be in New York, so wish me luck. Move's going well, etc., etc. Thank you all, and I hope you all are being safe, and we are just going to get into it. Just so you guys know ahead of time, none of the decks from B rank or none of the leaders from B rank to F rank are going to be in order because there's just so damn many. S and A tier are going to be the only tiers that are actually ranked from best to worst, in my opinion. Alright, so we're going to go through this pretty fast because my first 3 recordings were over an hour long, and I want this to just be one part, even if it's a half hour long. If it needs to be 2 parts, oh well. But anyways, we're going to get into it. This Champa leader gives anything double strike, kind of cool, but doesn't have a very good archetype. However, he's pretty generic, so you can splice some stuff into him. Vados. She's a good leader in the sense that she can attack things in active mode, and a lot of people just don't pay attention to how good that can be. Assassin Hit, he's not good. All he does is KO one-drop blockers, and that's pretty much it. Vegeta Blue used to be a top tier, I guess, in set 1. Not that good anymore, but you can still make some fun decks with him. Old Ramp Beerus, I think he's barely squeezed out of F tier. This Goku, F tier. This guy, you can make some fun decks just now that green is such a good color, where for several sets it wasn't, but now it's one of the better colors in the game, I think. OG Broly. I think with a little bit of extra support, he can be brought into A tier, honestly. He's very close. Remove his permanence, and I think he will be a good leader. This Gohan, he can pop a whole board for 6 energy. If it was reduced by 2 energy, I actually think it wouldn't be a bad effect. 2 or 3, actually 3 energy, I think. Golden Frieza. So I'll talk about this for a second. Golden Frieza, I think, is going to be one of the best decks, or is still one of the best decks, and always gets more support because Frieza's army is just such a large archetype, and he's basically a blue leader in yellow leader clothing, and he's going to be one of the best leaders, especially with all the new green Frieza's army stuff coming out. This Frieza restands too, which can be cool. This Ginyu might be a little better with the new Ginyu support, so we're going to put him in C tier. Vegito, I still think is a pretty good leader. The only thing is he doesn't draw. I think it's the only bad part about him. If he drew on the front side, I think he'd actually be up here, maybe, or top of B tier. He doesn't draw, but he's almost as rainbow can get. This Goku is not good. Bibidi, not good. Zamasu. This one's a tough one. I think he's in B tier, but could scratch into A tier because of all the new support we're getting this set. Future Trunks. Because of the new Future Trunks support, he's a C tier, otherwise he'd be a D tier. Rose. Before he got errated, I'd actually say he's a low A tier, but because of his errata, he's a C tier, unfortunately. My boy. Cell, missing a few things, but I think he can be an A tier. If he drew on the front side, I think he'd be A tier. This guy, D tier. We have a reboot that's just infinitely better. This, Android 1718, B tier. This leader is not F tier, but he's definitely not good. D tier. Cooler, F tier. He is one of the worst leaders in the game, in my opinion. Chilled, he can make some fun strategies, especially since there's a lot of negging power nowadays. Pan, almost A tier. I remember when she used to be one of the best leaders in the game, and still was, I think, through set 7. After set 7, she's with hand control and other control-based strategies and just hyper aggro started to take precedence. I'm saying that wrong, but it's like 2 in the morning. But I would say she'd be up here if it wasn't for that, but now she's down here, unfortunately. Mew, I think he's just missing a little bit of something. His archetype, I think, needs a little more consistency and a little more power. And if he was, I think he'd be up here. But because I think C tier. I think it's fair to put him alongside these guys. This Buu, C tier. He's all right. If this guy wasn't banned, he'd be up here. Because he's banned, we're just going to keep it simple and put him in F tier. This Vegeta, I think, might actually potentially be A tier. But because he becomes a 25k, 25 or 20k, but it's 25. I'll say 20k just to play devil's advocate. 20k double strike, which is still pretty good if your opponent has no battle cards, and since we're going to a unison meta, that's gonna not be a very bad effect. Android 13, almost A tier, but when he bricks, you pretty much can't come back with that. This guy is really bad, F tier, or he's a yellow Saiyan leader, so we're gonna let him be in B tier. This guy, fun fact, Mr. Grizzly Man and I, when we were first getting into the game together, this was the first leader he ran a lot when we played against each other. Back when Bad Ring was a thing, and Shugesh, and I still don't think it's a very bad leader. Dark Warrior Mira, another C tier. We're going to be seeing a lot of C tiers. So, Trunks. Anything with the Veg X, or that is a black Saiyan leader, is going to be in B tier just because of the Veg X support. This Goku is not very good, but he at least gets power boost. Baby, a lot of people just forget about him because there's just an infinitely better baby leader, but he on his own, if that baby leader didn't exist, he's still not bad. Iron Vow Trunks, not that bad of a leader, if I'm being honest. I'd say almost B tier. I don't know if I want to put him in B or C tier. Fruitigarn. Maybe A tier, but I feel more comfortable putting him B for now. Piccolo, a very good leader that succumbs to a not good archetype. Piccolo, the Namekians need love. Please give Namekians some love soon. Next set, please. If he had a better archetype, I'd actually put him up here. For our store championship, for I think it was set 7, some guy got top tables with this leader. I think he got top 8 with this leader. But again, just not a good archetype. Slug, gonna be one of the best leaders in the game. I don't know if he's gonna be better than Frieza, but hand control is just still really good. This Bardock, bleh. This Goku, still a decent Goku's lineage leader. If you're playing Goku's lineage, this guy. Now Demi Grrah, this guy I had at the top of A tier, but now losing the U3 support, I still think he's really good because black is still just a good color, but I think he's gonna be at the bottom of A, or pretty close to it. Mira One with Darkness, one of my favorite leaders in the game. He's super fun to play. I'd love to put him up here, but simply that's just not the case. He's here. Yamcha. He's definitely B tier. This guy used to see some play actually back in set 7 format when I think it was before. Was it before Surge Leaders came out? No, I'm trying to remember what it was, but he used to be played with the Kaioken strategy and stuff. And he was up here, but then he kind of wandered down here. But I think he's better than these guys. And with the new red sport coming out, he's definitely a high B tier. One of the few okay wish leaders. Another wish leader that I still think is okay. Janemba. This Janemba I still think is good, just he needs to do a little more on the unawakened side to keep up with the leaders nowadays. So right there. Like maybe self-awaken instead of draw, I don't know. But this is the worst wish leader in the game, I think, by a landslide. I don't think I'm missing any wish leaders, but right there. This guy, hand control androids. He's automatically a good leader. Roshi. Fine leader. Nothing really crazy about him. Another fine wish leader. Power Thirst Black Mass Saiyan. Like I said before, it's a black Saiyan leader, so it's automatically going to be at least B tier. This guy, I think this guy is going to be this is kind of hot take, but I think this guy has a chance of being one of the best A tier decks this format. But I think that he has a chance, but he's definitely an A tier for me. I'm actually, at time of recording, I would have, or time that this is released, I would have already published my battle with this deck, and that was a lot of fun, and I already have more ideas for the deck, and potential to make it just really good with the new units and stuff. Frieza. He needs a little bit of something. Frieza Prison. He needs a little more something. One of the few good wish leaders I still think are good. Majin Buu. So, I don't know enough about this leader, but my teammate actually took first at locals with this. And I think it was during set 8. And I don't know enough about him, but our locals is a pretty tough locals. Like, a lot of good players. I don't mean to brag about it, but we do have a lot of good players and a really good community. So I'm gonna put that B. Otherwise, if he didn't win, I'd put it in C. But he figured out how to make that deck good, apparently. Paragus. He's got the Broly chain. Broly chain automatically warrants B tier, I feel. Chilai and Lemo, I think, will be one of the other good wish leaders now with the Green Frieza's Army stuff coming out. This Gohan, B tier. Bojack, very similar to Piccolo. Well, actually the exact opposite of Piccolo. He's great archetype. I think it's a fantastic archetype. Garbage leader. He needs a restand 1, draw 1, and to draw on the attack side, or even draw 2, but draw on the awaken side. Is my bad. When he attacks. The archetype is really good. That's why I'm putting him here. But if his archetype was just mediocre, he'd be down here. But if they improve this leader, I think he has a chance of being here. Like, to be entirely honest. But C tier. Kid Q. Right. Yeah, right there. I think right there is fair. Kid Q, I think, is going to be really good this meta. The only reason I'm putting him lower on the A tiers is because I haven't experimented with him enough, but I'm sure he has the potential of going up here, or even over here. Or I think he's better than Slug. Yeah, I actually think this guy's better than... I don't know. I'm going to hold my tongue on that one. But, excuse me, Super Shenron. He was here at one time, here at another time, now he's here with the new deck cap and stuff. Explosive Power Kefla, pretty good leader, I think. This guy, sprinklers just turned on, they start with me. He's gonna actually be a pretty viable Invoker leader, so I'm gonna put him right there. I think he's gonna be a pretty good Invoker leader. I don't think he's going to be better than Invoker Q, but the fact that he's a monocolor leader, he may be able to use the Unison Zeno and be able to ramp even more and get even more Invoker effects off, maybe get the Vegeta auto turn faster. I don't know, but Explosive Power Goku, he's literally this leader, but better, except he relies on Universe 7, so. Explosive Power Jiren. I think this guy has not had enough experimentation and it's criminal. Zeno with Policeman. You slap Policeman on anything, it'll be good. Toa. So, here we come at our first S tier. I think Toa is going to be fantastic this set. I think she's going to be one of the best leaders going into the set and one of the best hand control / aggro decks. Even with the loss of U3, she's still going to be up here, I think. Majin Vegeta. Nah, he's okay. Same with this Goku. He's okay. This Gotank's not good. Mecha Frieza, kind of bold, but I don't think anyone has put enough thought into him, and I think he can be a B tier leader. A low B tier, but I think he can actually be pretty good with all the new extra cards and stuff we've gotten. Kalila. Fun fact, this was one of the first leaders I ever played and tried to get good with. I was actually going to bring her to my first ever locals, but I ended up swapping out for another leader that we're going to get to. Yeah, he's not that good. Delusion Hercule, apparently my teammate made a really good deck with him, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to put him in B tier just because I trust him and he is a great deck builder. This Bardock. This was my teammate's first leader, apparently, because he loves Great Apes and he loves Bardock. But unfortunately, it's not very good. This Black Broly, he's good. This Gogeta is pretty good. Baby. I think Red Baby is going to be really good. This format. I think he's going to be quite good. Krillin, B tier. This guy, C tier. I don't know why this guy was printed. I don't know if he goes in F tier, but he's definitely D tier. Ginetta. See, I actually put Ginetta in B tier before, but now that Veg X is not, it's still going to be one of the best decks in the game. I think Veg X is still going to be really good. I don't think Ginetta won't see any play now, but it's still going to be very tough for him. So I'm going to actually put him in the bottom of A tier. Before I put him in B tier, just because Veg X can't lose against Ginetta's main win condition. However, Ginetta can still do some fancy stuff, critical to death and stuff like that, and you can still mill important pieces. So we're going to put him in A, but bottom of A. This Gogeta, B tier. This Broly, I think is really fun, but no one plays him for obvious reasons. Excuse me. This guy is almost A tier. Soul Striker. Funny enough, Soul Striker, I think the reboot and this one are just as good as each other. The reboot may be slightly better, but they're both pretty good because this guy can untap multicolor energy. And I don't know if the new one gets a 5k boost when he swings, but if he's at 5 or more energy. But the other one's only mono blue, but the other one can choose to draw instead of restanding, and it of course restands a unison card. And he does have an extra awakening condition, and due to that I think he's slightly better, but I still think he's going to be A tier. This list does not have the reboot leader. No, it does not, but if it did, he'd literally go one space higher. So this was the first leader I ever tried to get, or ever went to at the tournament. I went 1-3. And it was against someone who's just as new as I was. Bardock, again, goes into B tier by default. This leader, again with the other Piccolo leader, he's good, but he succumbs to not having a good archetype. But I'm going to put him in low B because I still think he's a lot of fun, but definitely low B, high C is a drink. Then barely B tier. Gogeta, high B tier. Shenron, wow, how the mighty have fallen. Still a B tier though. Broly. This guy is, I don't know if I'm gonna upset anyone, but he is right here. Broly is still a fantastic leader and crushes even some of the S tiers we're gonna get into and talk about. I think he can beat them. I think this guy potentially can get into S tier because he is just so brutal. He's still one of the best aggro decks in the game. And my teammate, right before quarantine started, or this pandemic stuff like really started to go down, my teammate actually took first place at our second store championship that I partook in, and he got first place with the successor variant, and it was stupid good, and I think he went undefeated. So good, he did great, so props to him. Vegeta, this Vegeta's bad. Okay, this Kale is bad. This Gohan still draws a lot, has a more U7 support, just makes U7 leaders just better and better. Bergamo, eh. This Goku, eh. Ribrianne, better than people give her credit for. This leader I think will always be good as long as Victory Strike exists. This Jiren, bleh. I almost want to put him down here, but we'll keep him up here. Hercule, I think, is a low A tier leader. Yeah, I think he's actually pretty good. He draws a crap ton of cards, which is super important in this meta, and monocolor. That's really going to give him quite a boost. Alright, we're getting there. This video is, I think we're a little over 20 minutes in, but I can't tell right now. Oob, I think, is the best World Martial Arts Tournament leader that I can think of, other than Hercule. And he can still see some experimentation, and I think take some rogue wins. Stopping power Son Goku, gonna be one of the best leaders, I think. Yeah, right. I think Baby's gonna go right there. Okay, yeah, we're gonna occasionally switch stuff up. This is a good leader that no one talks about. I know someone that made a pretty nasty version. Announcer, I feel like he has something, but it's just a little too slow. This Frieza, still good, especially with all the new Red Frieza stuff. Bardock's crew, missing a good archetype. This is exactly like the Piccolo leader syndrome. Clash Coup, probably bottom of A or top of B because of the new green stuff coming out for him. Excuse me. One of the other good Wish leaders can still do that Frieza spam strategy, which is still viable. Purunga, not good anymore. Burnhan, I still think he's top of A tier despite U3's hit. I still think he's going to be one of the best or one of the best B tier leaders, maybe going into A tier. This Vegeta, C tier, Zamasu. So this boy, I think, was sitting here for the longest time, B tier, but I am comfortable in saying he's gonna go right here. Yeah, I think I'm so happy to say that I think Zamasu can actually top tournaments now, like top tables, a little consistently. Mono blue strategy, we have a mono blue deck. I'm working on it. I'm making sure it's perfect, and then I'm gonna bring it out to you guys. Raditz. I think probably right there. I think Raditz is still A tier. Just mono green Raditz, that's all you need. It works out perfectly. Watch Crossworld video about it. Kaioken leader goes there. Hit, I think, also goes there. King Vegeta goes there. This leader, funny enough, I think he'll be able to get up here. Someone just needs to crack the nut on this guy. And pause. But I feel like there's something. I feel like this guy can be good this meta, but I'm not confident enough to say that. So we're gonna put him in B. This Broly, he's the noob stomper. I think he beats people that don't really know how to play the game. Critical on the front side is always good, and Dormant Legends is still a pretty good card. Worse Vegito, but still not D tier worthy. The draft box leaders are kind of unfair to rate because they're meant for draft boxes, obviously. So we're gonna just slap them in C. Bulma. Bulma's interesting. I don't know if she's A tier, but she's definitely high B tier. Beerus, the new Surge Q. 18 B tier. 21 I think can still be good. A lot of these, like, when I say, like, I think they could be A tier, it's just because I haven't seen enough experimentation with them, and there's just every time, there's just a bigger card pool, there's more potential, which is awesome but scary at the same time. Kaioken Goku, Revive Ku, another leader I think can be good. Wheelo, remember when everyone was scared of this leader? Me and like one other person were like, this leader's not gonna be very scary, and everyone's like, nah, it's got a built-in win condition, it's horrifying, and then it never saw the light of day. C tier. I think he just needs a little more consistency. This Goku is fun. He's a lot of fun, but C tier. Malevolent Grudge, or whatever, Malevolent Supremacy, or Malevolent Evil, whatever. B tier. I still think he can potentially squeeze into A tier. Hachiyak, our next S tier leader. I don't think he's going to be seeing as much play because Veg X getting the hit that it did, but still, I still think it's going to be keeping some of the more aggro decks in check, like Broly, like Demi Grrah, Baby, and spoiler alert, but we're going to get to Veg X. But Yellow Baby, with Surge Q gone, I think goes right there. For these two, I'm so happy Yellow Baby's coming back. I am definitely going to rebuild him. He's one of my favorite decks to play. But these guys, I think 9 times out of 10, it's whoever goes first. But that other 10% of the time, I think Broly takes it just because he can pop, if he goes up the chain, he can pop stuff ignoring barrier, so that pretty much ruins your chain, unless you have the 8 drops in hand. But against Broly, that's going to be kind of hard, because you're going to need to be comboing a lot. Starter deck Android 21, B tier. Surge Q, top of B tier, I still think is going to be good, but we just need to figure out what direction this deck is going to take. Definitely aggro. He's definitely going to be a more aggro deck, but we just need to figure it out. Surge Piccolo. An unpopular, probably this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I think he is still in A tier. I still think he's a good deck, and I still think he's going to, or he can see play, even though no one's touching him. I still think he's a good deck, and if no one touches him, I might throw my hat in the ring. But Broly, this is who I think, unless I'm blanking someone, this is who I think the current best Surge leader in the game is. And I think he goes right there. Yeah, I think so. Surge Kefla, just not very good. Like low B tier, I think. Maybe even C tier, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh wait, no, he is not the best Surge leader in the game. What am I saying? Critical Frieza, B tier. Cooler, B tier. He was A tier until Veg X came out. Android 17, I like that you can make him mid-range or control-y, and I still think he's actually not a bad leader, and I might change my mind and put him in A tier here soon, but I'm feeling today is a B tier day for him. Dr. Gero, C tier. Jiren, what the heck? There we go. Jiren, I think Jiren is probably right there. I think Zamasu beats him, so we're gonna do that. Okay, yeah, I think yeah, okay. I had to think about that one. Kid Buu, still going to be a really strong aggro deck. I think he goes right there. Invoker Q, this is undoubtedly the best Surge leader in the game. And with Veg X gone, I think he's going to be pretty safe in S tier, honestly. Or not Veg X gone, with Veg X nerfed. Veg X, again, is still going to be a great deck. Surge Cell, I think is going to be one of the best hand control decks. I think he goes right there because of Summoning Sickness. If he didn't have Summoning Sickness, he would go probably like right here. But due to Summoning Sickness, he can slow these aggro decks down, I think, just enough to where it matters. This Goku, B tier. I still think he can be A tier, like I said plenty of times. Expert deck, same thing. Hit Reboot leader, he's good. Beerus reboot, he's fun. Super Saiyan 3 reboot, he's fun. Gohan. He's still a great aggro deck. Very, very good aggro deck. Probably right there. This makes me, okay. I don't think he's better than Jiren. Yeah. Metacooler, C tier. This Vegeta, I don't see anyone talking about, but I think he can easily be A tier if someone paid attention to him. If not, I'll do it. But I've just been busy with the move and stuff. I haven't had a lot of time to theory craft. Topo, I think, is barely A tier. I've had no luck, like absolutely no luck with Topo. But I'm hearing he's really good from like everyone else. And I'm just gonna believe them from people that I think are better than me and everything. Draft box leader, we're just throwing in C tier. Yamcha, I think, is probably the best red leader in the game. I think right there is fair. He's super consistent, super powerful, and Burn is just super good in Dragon Ball Super. This guy, B tier. Trunks is interesting. Trunks is going to be based on how much hand control is in the format. If there's a lot of hand control, he's going to be high A tier. If there's no hand control, I think he's going to be low A tier or B tier, but one kind of can't exist without the other. So I'm going to put him right. Above Demi Grrah. Yeah, I think so. I think he goes right here. I think that's fair. This Zamasu, I'm working on him. I'm working on him. He's giving me a hard time. This Goku, still gonna be a fantastic leader, I think. I don't know if he's gonna be better than Toa, but he's definitely just as good as Toa, at the very least. Ginyu, I posted a battle with this guy. He's fun. I tweaked the deck a little bit since then. I think he's B tier. Gotenks, one of the best leaders going into set 10. Shenron, I think right there is fair. Vegeta, another leader. This is probably going to be my main deck going into set 10. I don't know if he's better or worse than Gotenks. I think he might be better. I don't know. It's kind of hard. Frieza, definitely high A tier. I think probably right there. And then last but not least, we got Veg X. And Veg X was undoubtedly right here before. Like, I don't think anyone would argue with that, with him being the best leader in the game. But now U3's gone, which is great for the life of the game and all that. So I think he's still good, but I think he's going to be right here. I think that's a perfectly fair place to put him. I think this Goku's going to be slightly better than Toa now. Yeah, before, when I recorded it the 3 or 4 other times, I always put him right here. But now, or 4 or 5 other times, my bad. But now, I think, I don't know if he's better or worse than Toa now. They're definitely really close. So yeah, I think that is my tier list going in. Depending on the day, some of these can be put in low A and low A. Some of these low A's can be put in B. And some of these C's can be put in B. Some of these B's can be put in C. These ones can kind of blend together. These ones a little bit. These definitely not. And these, I will not change my mind on them being S tier. But I think like maybe these 3, or I think these bottom 6 or 7 can go up into S tier. And I think these bottom like 5 or 6 can go into B tier. And, or, you know, some like 2 or 3 from B tier can go into A tier, etc. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my quick tier list. I know it's just a lot of here, 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 but trying to make this video quick as possible. But I hope you guys are staying safe. Don't forget to check out my giveaway, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. See ya!